I was recently part of a leadership development forum. My role in this particular week was to talk about the importance of being clear on your personal work purpose. Now, one of the great leaps forward in my view in recent years is that we've become far more comfortable talking about the emotional connection we have with our work. I can assure you the same subject many years ago would have been met with a frown and even bewilderment. What are you talking about, Martin? Unless it was quantifiable and measurable, it didn't get on the executive agenda. It's a bit like oxygen. Oxygen is essential to life, but it's not the point of life. Profit, of course, is essential to the existence and health of any business, but it's not the point of the business. And this is the one thing that inspiring leaders are very aware of. Why? Because truly inspirational leaders operate from the inside out. Simon Sinek famously spoke about this in his famous TED Talk, How to Inspire Teams to Greatness, where he described his golden circle, the what, the how, and the why. His point was, inspiring organizations and leaders do the opposite to most. Rather than start with what they do, they start with why they do it. We are far more comfortable, you see, in starting with clarity. We go from the clearest thing to the fuzziest thing. And there's the challenge. No one cares as much about what you do as much as they care about why you do it. It taps into our deep intrinsic motivation. It goes beyond counting the achievement of goals, profit, retained earnings, and after all of those are natural outcomes of really any business. One particular leader was really battling with this concept of purpose. It seemed very distant from his own left brain logical thinking bias. But what was clear was that he was missing a huge opportunity in his business. There were huge numbers of people that really cared far more about the product they made and the pride they took in creating it than the return it provided for the shareholders. You see, when you think from the inside out, you communicate with feeling, and it changes what you talk about and it deepens the impact of your leadership messages. Put simply, you become more inspiring, because you are talking about things that you and others really care about. When my client did this, literally the lights went on. If you're listening to this and you're not clear about your personal purpose as a leader, I would suggest you take some time out to do some work on it. My suggestion is to start with these 3 simple questions, the intersection of which is where you will feel most on purpose. Firstly, what do you love to do? What do you care about? What really interests you? The second thing is, what skills and abilities do you have? And what environment are they likely to prosper? And finally, 3, your personality, your self-knowledge. What kind of people do you like to work with? What are their shared characteristics and values that you would find motivating to be around? In answering these 3 questions is where you will have a deeper sense of your own work purpose. Look, this subject is far greater than the time we have available here, but I can highly recommend a great little book called The Power of Purpose by Jen O'Brien and Andrew Cave. I found it to be packed with great questions and some really tangible examples where discovering your purpose has made a great deal of difference to individual leaders, organizations, and their teams. If you've got any useful ideas in creating your personal purpose and you've been through this process, I'm sure other people would hugely benefit from that. Or if you need some help, please don't hesitate to drop me a direct message. Thank you.